Hello, hello everyone. How is it going? This is Joni with Weathered Wings. Happy Friday. So glad you are here with me today. Let me see if I can grab a hold of myself actually. Why is this not working? Hello. So sorry. Y'all, I am using Switcher today for the first time, trying to actually go to YouTube as well. So that's why I'm kind of stumbling and fumbling around. And I'm trying to see if I can find myself so we can invite our friends over from my community. Here I am. All right, yay. Give me 1 second just to do all the things. So sorry, there's no way I can do it ahead of time, or I would. I promise. So, I'm almost done, y'all. Here we go. All right, I think that's working, and then I'm gonna come back over here so I can see myself and see if there are any questions. All right, y'all, let me know if this is okay. I'm trying something different. So, struggling just a little bit, but let's get started. All right, I am using the Christmas transfer, the new, let me see, do I have it? I don't even have it here. I want to show you the cover, but it's the Christmas Valley. I'm not sure where it is. I guess I put it up, y'all. But anyway, these are a few pieces that I've already cut out of it, okay? It's called Christmas Valley. It's one of our IOD's newest transfers. Hey, Patty. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Martha. Hey, Ari. So glad to see you ladies. Well, okay, I've got this board here. And I just repurposed it, okay? So I had a little something on it that I did probably last year or something. It's kind of a reverse type stencil where this is just the raw wood. But anyway, I'm just repurposing it. So I just turned it over. I gave it 2 coats of Fancy Farm Girl. Okay, it's a great Christmas green, don't you think? So it's Fancy Farm Girl. It's DIY paint. Y'all know I love this paint because I can work with it quickly. And so I did just that. I put 2 coats on here. I let that dry so it is nice and dry. And so now I'm going to be putting a transfer on. You like it, Ari? Thank you, Tony. Hey, Betty. Missed you today, Betty, on our little call. Hey, Donna. Missed you too, Donna. But it's okay. No biggie. It was kind of last minute. Oh gosh, my computer was moving. All right, so y'all, again, this is part of the Christmas Valley transfer. So I'm going to start out, and all this was together, and I'm just going to play with it and kind of see what it is that we can do, all right? So let's just start here. I hope y'all can see good. Everything's kind of messy. All right. So, if y'all are new to transfers, let me know. All right, these are IOD, Iron Orchid Designs. I do have them on my site. I have them in my booth. If you are local to the Birmingham area, I have them in my booth. It's called Myrtle James South in Pelham. Yeah, I love this color. I love green and black. I love green at Christmas. Anyway, I don't know. I love green, period. All right, so look, it has this backing on it, and I just cut out this. It was all on one sheet of different things. I cut it out, and all you do is just lay it down. Now, I am just going to try to get it right up there where the design is. Is anybody on YouTube, y'all? This is the first time I'm streaming live on YouTube. I think. I don't even know. Because I don't even have it pulled up here. Oh, Ari, looks like Florida will soon be hit by, oh my goodness. That's the life of Florida, living on the coast like that with the hurricanes. Terrible. All right, so, and all your transfers come with the little stick. So look, it's just this easy, y'all. It is just this easy. Now, one thing though you got to be careful of, when I cut it out real close like this, just be careful sometimes scraping real close to the edge. Sometimes I kind of get my hurry up britches on and I just go to town and I'll kind of mess it up. But I cannot wait to see what this looks like on the green. Okay, it's coming off very nicely. Oh, see there? See what I'm talking about? I get so I don't know what it is. I'm not a very graceful creator, let's just say that. All right, now so if you lift it up, and see I may have messed it up when I shifted it, that's okay. That's just a little squiggly line. I didn't even have to have it on there. And another thing, y'all, you got to make sure your paint is dry. I just painted this, but I did use my heat gun on it. So it's recommended that you put a sealer on top of your paint before doing your transfer. I rarely do that, but it's just because I'm used to my paint. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and I kind of, but even with that said, y'all, I've still had issues before. So it is best to have a sealer. If you're unsure, just put a little, and by sealer, polyacrylic is best. Not a wax, but a polyacrylic. Because you want it to stick well, and the polyacrylic sometimes gives it a nice something to grab hold of. Oh, Tony, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Leanne. This shirt is old as Methuselah. But thank you very much. I found it in my closet, and I was like, I'm putting that on. All my clothes have paint on them. I'm not kidding. And it's my own fault. I know I need to wear my apron more, but today I've already painted, so. Again, this is Fancy Farm Girl. We have a lot of pretty greens, but this is kind of our bright green. We have an emerald green that would be pretty as well, which is Monet's Garden. All right, look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, I love it on the green. Now I'm gonna put this down. Well, I just like to use my hand, y'all. Sometimes a lot of people will put this on and kind of rub it, and they're burnishing it. But it seems like when I do that, my paper there'll be a little bitty piece sticking up, and my paper will get up under there. So I just kind of use my hand. Make sure it's nice and laid down. Okay? Oh, I am, Tony? Oh, awesome. That's so exciting. Hello, YouTube friends. I didn't know how to do it, and so I thought, well, I'm just going to try it. And I realized I was not going all the way down when I was selecting YouTube. You have to go all the way down sometimes and select continue, and I was just kind of backing out of it. So, well, that's fun because I'm trying to increase my hours on YouTube, and I haven't been very consistent as far as posting because I'm a one-man show here. And I was just telling my junkies today that I've got to get some help. So if there is anybody local that is looking for something to do, some work, message me. I need you. All right, so I'm going to put this down right here. Is that not pretty, y'all? Can y'all see that? So pretty. Love it on the green. I almost did red, but I thought, you know what? Love this green. All right. Where's my stick? Come on now. Up here. Things out of the way here. It's intimidating now. Everybody has these huge TVs, and they tell me that they're watching me on their huge TV. I'm like, ah! That is scary. Don't look at me up that close. Oh my goodness. Too funny. Well, I hope y'all are having a great Friday. It is so pretty here in Alabama. It's not near as hot as it was yesterday, but it's still a little warm. Probably low 80s. Thank you, Tony. Hey, Jessie. Hey, Sherry. I just said the same thing. I hope everybody is having a great Friday. I was in Charlotte yesterday. So anybody here from Charlotte? That is a beautiful place. It was hot. It was hot there too. Really hot. But it was nice. We have some friends that live not far from there in Denver, North Carolina. And we were there for the golf tournament that's going on there at, is it Quail Hollow? Quail Valley? Oh my gosh, that is, ooh, that's a pretty place. Houses are, ooh, so nice. Moving right along. See if there are any questions. Oh, Betty. Yeah, it's easy now with all these smart TVs, isn't it? And we are trying, we have YouTube TV now. We're trying that out instead of our cable. Well, Ralph won't let me. I'm like, okay, so can I cancel the cable now? He's like, no, because it's during football. He's so afraid something's going to happen and he's going to miss a football game. Problems, huh? All right. Press that down. I love it. I love it. All right, now let's go for this big thing here. One thing I wanted to do, let me see, because I'm going to have to kind of play with it to get it where it needs to be, so it can't be all the way up to the top. And that is making me want to, I'm gonna cut this very bottom piece off for now. The ice fishing and world famous hot toddies. I'm gonna cut that off for now. I'm gonna maybe move it down a little bit. That's what I like to do. If my transfer doesn't fit my surface well, I'll just kind of rearrange the things on there until it does fit. Or fit, you know, look more like it's fitting. Hey, Linda. Oh, I'm glad y'all are home. I'm so glad he's doing good. Karen, it is. It's just a piece of plywood. It was actually a piece, an art piece that I just am repurposing. Uh-oh, I'll have to touch that up. Is this got paint on it still? No, it's dried up. That's okay. All right, so here we go. Let's just take this off. Yep, it's just a piece of plywood, but you can do this on, what am I trying to say, a canvas. You can also buy, I love, if you've watched me for any length of time, I love to use cabinet doors from and I go to my Restore, my Habitat Restore, and just get a bunch of cabinet doors. They make the best surfaces for art pieces. All right, so I kind of want, let me see. I'm not going to get it totally in the middle, I don't think. But it'll probably be close enough. I think that looks good. Okay, I think that looks, I'm the world's worst at getting things straight. So, I I'm just going by the grid lines that are on here and hoping that it's straight enough. Okay. Hey, Mary. How are you, Mary? You like to watch your Sooners and the Cowboys. You are a Sooner fan. All right. Well, I kind of was a little bit of a Sooners fan when our quarterback at Alabama went over there to play, that Jalen Hurts, because he was so good. And we just really liked him. But, you know, we had two quarterbacks, and so Tua was playing more. And he ended up being the starter, and Jalen went to Oklahoma. And I'm so glad he's doing well in the pros. So excited for him. So again, y'all, you just scrape it on. Make sure I hadn't missed anything else. Oh, hey, Joy. One night of light frost. Well, yeah, there's a lot to it, Tony. There's a lot to this little transfer. It has a lot of birds, right? Didn't you say you liked birds? Was that you? There are a lot of cardinals on it. And not just the males either. There's some female cardinals. What's that one I did last week? What did we call it? The little brown and white one. I forgot what y'all told me it was. Has a lot of greenery. These two things are the only, well, this, and this was the only black and white, I think. Well, I think there's some animals on it as well, but they were a little big for this. I did find this one off of last year's Christmas transfer. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it though. So is anybody new on here from my page, to my page? Debbie said it's been beautiful in South Carolina. Hour and a half from Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte was really nice. And we stayed right, what's it? I don't know if it is Uptown, what it's called, I'm not sure, but we stayed at the Embassy Suites there. There's so much there. But you know, we just flew in and flew out, so we didn't have time to walk around and see anything. You know, we're gonna have to go back, but we were just there. It was funny. We were there for a golf tournament that my husband took some customers, my husband and his partner, and the customers ended up leaving. And we were there. It was fun, but y'all, it was so hot. It was so hot. I don't blame them for leaving. Okay, I gotta get I need a little sheet. Oh, here, I'll use this. I need something to lift that up so I can hold on to it. And one of the girls there, one of the customers that we took, she had on a sweater. And, so I know why she left. I would have fainted. So you're supposed to, you know, the Americans versus everybody but the Europeans. Because they're in a different tournament, supposedly. So this says Christmas Valley Family Run. Can y'all see? Y'all probably can see it. I forget that I'm doing a new format here. But it's coming off nicely. And scraping it like this, y'all, you're not gonna mess up your surface. Now, if your paint is wet still, and you're having to really dig you're gonna put a divot down in your surface, in your paint, and so I try not to rub. I rub firmly, but I don't want to like dig in. If that makes sense. Kind of go around. I'm not missing. Oh. Oh, good, Lori. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Joni, that line, it is a work. Oh, have you used it? It is a workout, right? But nothing is a workout like some of those ones we used to have that were just all script. I don't know if you remember some of those, but ooh, when it's all script, all words, the words are the hardest part, especially when they're really tiny like this. These little trees are, yeah, I'm gonna take that back, Betty. This is getting to be a little difficult. It's got so much little things on it, and I want them all. I don't want to leave any, no squigglies are left behind. I love all the little detail. Now these little bitty, kind of like these trees drawn on here, I'm thinking about adding maybe a mold. Some of it, I'm gonna see. If this doesn't take me too awfully long, because I don't want to bore y'all to death. Now if this was, you know, this is coming off really well, but if I had sealed it, it probably would have just been really, you know, just flying off the chute here. But I didn't plan what to do, and so I didn't have I didn't have time to seal it and then wait. Now I wanted to show you something. If it's not coming off well, lift your paper and like kind of push your stick against it like that. Pull up on your paper as you're pushing it towards it, and then kind of pull it back instead of like digging all in your, you know. Sometimes that's all you need. Should have started some of this before I came on here. Hey, Karen. Hey. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. Well, this is just a piece of plywood, Karen, that I read. There's another piece of, you know, art that I did on the other side, and I just turned it over, gave it 2 coats of fancy Farm Girl paint. And then I'm using the, you know, the new Christmas transfer that's called Christmas Valley. And that's all I've been doing. You hadn't missed much except a lot of rubbing on this transfer. I put the 2 corner pieces on, and now this is one whole piece right here. And so I'm just trying to get it all on there. It has a lot of little squiggly trees. But I'm making a big dent in it, see? Isn't that pretty on the green? I just love it. Love it more than I even thought I would. push against this way now. See if I can get it down quicker. Now, if you, like I said earlier, if you wanted to, you know, do it in pieces, you could do that. You could cut, like I cut off the bottom part of the word here, and I'm going to add it lower. Sometimes they're in an arrangement where you can like just cut it out and do it in little sections. But if you get tired, you can always just leave it like this and come back to it. But again, the most important thing is that you're putting it on a dry or sealed surface. Sealed is better. I don't know what paints everybody uses, so that's why I say that seal, you know, I do as I say, not as I do. Because I rarely seal mine, but I make sure it's dry. Because I've had it not come off before. I've ruined some transfers before. It's because what happens is if your paint is not dry, the transfer just, well, the paint comes up on the back of the transfer. And so it's just, it won't have any sticky on there. So it'll go down. Tell you one thing, this does make me sweat. Almost done. I do too, Judy. I do too. Hey, Della. How are you, Miss Della? I didn't know you were in Chicago. I think I knew that. I see somehow that R right there just got messed up. But if that happens, just take a Sharpie or a little bit of black paint. See, I don't know what happened, but I guess when I lifted it, it slipped off. A little piece slipped off. And I'm not sure why it won't go down, but I'm not going to lift it up to fix it, so. I'll show you, though, how to fix it. All right. Very nice. I'm going to kind of press it down just a little bit. See, the only place right there is that R, and I'm just going to take a little black paint, if I have it out here, and just fill it in. Or you can use even a Sharpie, y'all. Not a big deal. Okay, so y'all see that? Get it. Y'all can see it, I guess. I'm so used to holding it up to the camera. Now I'm kind of confused where the camera is. All right, so now I wanted to add something. And I could go ahead and add this. I'm gonna wait and see if I need it. But there's a few molds here that I thought would be pretty awesome. All right, so, oh, and I gotta go get some clay, y'all. I'm so sorry. So I have the new Jingle mold. Oh, this camera, so sorry. The new Jingle mold. Now all I have to do is this, right? Or this. And so I like this one. And then I hate to bring this out because I know most people don't have it. But I wanted those 2 Christmas trees, I think, right here. But if you don't have this one, this was the, I can't remember even the name of it. this, we have this one, which is Holly Lane, and it has a lot of greenery, and that would be cute. But let me go grab, oh, I got these too, y'all. This came from last year's Christmas. It was just a little transfer set, and it has some of these little, I'm gonna cut these out. I just thought some of these might look good on here. They're white trimmed in green, which would give just a little bit of red. Now, just because I don't have some of these, I know no one has this Christmas tree one. I mean, IOD may have some. If you want to, you know, message them, they may. They would be the only ones, I think. Okay, give me 2 seconds, y'all. So sorry, I'll be right back. Thought I had everything. All right, so I don't think I have, yeah, I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Iron Orchid Designs clay here. All right, I'm gonna save these. I don't know if I wanna use them. I may use some deer heads there. So I'm just thinking, so I like to just make a few things and play around with them. So I'm dipping my brush in some cornstarch. This just helps release the molds. I mean the clay, you know, the image. Okay. Just gonna pinch off some clay. You know what? I really could do that, Betty. I did mention that, didn't I? I mentioned it to somebody. I could. I absolutely could. And I would do them with fast cast resin, probably. That would be better, right? I know, I felt so bad because everybody was, before they revealed the new stuff, everybody was saying, I sure hope it's, what is the name of this? I sure hope it's the Christmas trees. But they did bring back another version of the snowflakes. So, you know, if you're team snowflake, then you were happy. Or I guess I could buy Formflex and send it out. I don't know how it would ship out. What I want to do, I want to put it on here and then just kind of dry brush it a little bit with the green. Because it's, you know, I painted it green, and that's when I'm like, well, I don't know about a tree because it's not green, but I think it's going to be okay. I kind of like the contrast. I like to just rub it the back, make sure it's flat, because this is the part right here that's being glued down. Okay, so you kind of want it nice and flat. All right, I've used so much clay lately. Alright, so I'm just going to turn this over. It's going to make a mess, but I like to just bend it and kind of let it fall out on its own, y'all. Don't try to pull it out if you can help it. I was about to say, you know what? I don't even know if I have glue. All right, so just gonna like put one here. You could actually put a 2 there. But make sure you have it where you want it, because it for some reason leaves like a wet spot. So let me show you what I'm talking about. It probably did it on this. See? See how it's kind of a wet spot? So you kind of just, I'll just kind of go through and not glue them down right now, but I will place it in, you know, to where I'm going to put it, okay? But I'm going to use Titebond glue. How long have I been on here? That looks good. All right, so let's get another one. I may go ahead and do 2 while I'm at it. Oh, well, I'm holding that over there. Y'all can't even see it. Sorry, y'all. I will get used to this new setup. Gosh. Go ahead and dust this other one. Am I missing any question? Yes, it would. Hey, Colleen, how are you? The roof would look pretty. Yes, I thought about that. Thank you, Judy. I thought about that. Right here. Because when I thought about it, it was on the transfer sheet and it was white, right? But with it being green now, I was like, well, I don't know. But there is so much, yes, there's so much. These little ornaments would be gorgeous with some sheer bliss. With sheer bliss and the glass glitter, there's just so many options to make it sparkle. And now first I was like, well, you know what, this is kind of supposed to be kind of rustic, but you know, rustic can have sparkle too, right? I didn't paint it rustic, so I don't think it matters. Today does not feel like Friday to me since I've been out of town. Just got back last night. It keeps seeming like a Monday. I don't used to travel in the middle of the week like that. I don't suppose you have any more of that mold. I don't, Joy. That's what I just said. And I hate using it when I don't have it because I feel so bad. But I couldn't think of anything else to put right here. I just don't know why they didn't come back with this particular mold when it was, I think it was everybody's favorite. Have you tried to email or send a Facebook message to IOD? I mean, I feel like they have some. They surely would never run completely out. But don't tell them I sent you there. I don't know. But it wouldn't hurt, you know. That's it never hurts to ask. And you can check eBay. So again, see how it just, you want it just to fall out of there. Okay. If it will, just by itself. Shoot. I don't know why it makes it wet marks like that. You can always touch it up with the paint if you need to. But you know, the new mold, you could possibly, you know, I'm gonna figure out a way, I think, how to just make another one. The other mold that has the, gosh, that would take a while though, wouldn't it? Take a while. Maybe you could trade something for it. But shoot, you don't want to do that, y'all. You don't want it to come out of, don't put this much clay in there. That's too much clay. You don't want it to come out of the mold like it was doing right there, because when you put it back down, it's gonna lose some definition, some detail, or it may like do a double something. So let's just see. That may not be what I may not like it. And try not to let it fall onto the board. I don't like the wetness. Okay, that is really cute, y'all. Okay, so let me do one more of the small one. And I want to show you, I'm not going to paint these fully. Like I said, I'm just going to do a little dry brushing with the same green paint. I know, everybody was. That's what I was saying. I cannot believe they didn't come back with this, or combine, you know, maybe the Holly Lane with this, with trees. I don't know. You know, they don't ask me, Joy, or I would have told them. Look, give the people what they want. Another thing you want to do when if you're using clay, is to, I'm noticing this one, you know, when you use your cornstarch like I do, and then you reuse the clay, it's not as smooth, okay? It's not going to be as smooth as the new clay. So you got to be careful with that sometimes, because you want your clay smooth before you even put it in the mold, okay? You don't want it all crimped up and with, you know, cracks and stuff in it, because that's what you're going to get out. What you put in is what you're going to get out. Now, what you can do that's really cool, again, I didn't plan ahead, but so I love using the fast cast resin, and to color, like if you wanted to color the tree green, right? You don't want to paint it, you want it just to pop out and it be green. That doesn't work well with the clay, but if you use, like I don't have the green making powder out here, but DIY or any pigment powder that's green, you can just brush it in here and then pour in. I've got a blog post on it, y'all, and I did a video with it. So you can just pour it in or brush it in the mold, the pigment, and then pour in the fast cast resin And when it sets up and you pop it out, it's going to be the color of that pigment that you put in there. Really cool. I love it. All right. What a mess. Now, I want to make also, I'm thinking of doing, let's see, where are those words? Maybe too long now. No, it'll fit. See, I didn't want it really spaced out at the bottom like that. I mean, just, but look, I want to show you something else, y'all. If you have the Desperado transfer, it has, you know, all these little trim pieces. And so this right here, I thought, well, that kind of looks like a bunch of little Christmas trees. That would look cute, like right down here. If you didn't have them, you know, if you didn't want to put molds or something like that, I thought that was really cute as well. And there's enough on here. There's 2 sheets of those. Let's see about this. And I may, now, like I said, I'm not gluing these down, but I'm pressing them down, so when I do, they'll be formed to the piece of wood. And I'll do that when I get off. I just don't want y'all to have to wait and watch me do all that. All right, so I'm just going to put this. Let's see. I'll bring it up just a little bit. Kind of centering it with you know, a little bit of space, just like the top. Okay, so I'll leave that there. I'm getting cornstarch all over my piece. And I like these little doohickeys. I'm going to touch up, but let's look at this. I love this mold, y'all. This is my favorite, I think, of the new molds. Not actually made one like this, I don't think. Not just the head. Let me make sure I don't have so much of that on here. This would be a great one to do with coloring it with the they have some, what now? Oh, hey Shannon, thank you. The Amazing Casting Resin is 40% off, y'all. That's awesome. So there are, oh, I think you're right, Debbie. I remember us talking about that, and I remember looking, when I did the cookies, you know, for that group, I don't know, somewhere I have found, I did see some Christmas tree molds. They're not IOD, Debbie's right, they weren't IOD. But hey. Now when the mold has these little details, see the little, these little antlers here. This may not come out right. Good, I should say. Well, no, whatever. Because it's so tiny, these would be good for any kind of resin, or maybe popping it in the freezer for a little bit, 20 minutes or so, letting it get hard. It doesn't freeze. It doesn't freeze up. It doesn't take very long to get kind of moisty again, but it does get a little harder where it'll pop right out. So I may do that. If this doesn't come out nicely, I may just wait and do it again. It's these I'm talking about, this little bitty part. Has anybody had luck with the clay? I don't think I've made one with this yet. Bend it nicely first, and let's just see. See, the little things get stuck. And this is perfect for resin because it hardens, you know, it just comes out, it hardens up perfectly. So let's see. I know I said not to pull it out, but I'm just gonna just a little. I think I lost some of it. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? So I'm gonna redo this, but this is where I want these. But I'm gonna do it again and put it in the freezer, or either use some fast cast resin. But I'm thinking I want one here. But let's, yeah, so I'm just gonna wad that back up, put it back in my bag. Again, you can use the paper clay, but stick it in the freezer for like 20 minutes and it should pop right out. I need a bag. I've got lots of clay that. All right, I wanted to show you. All right, so I'm gonna hold off on these because I want to see what the. Let me just think a minute. I was gonna wait and put my deer head on before I did those. But let's just, okay, so this is what I want to do now. So I've got this on good. Now, I like to use my heat gun to dry my pieces of clay, my images. I'll put these over there so they won't blow off. I want to get them, so if you don't dry them, just let them dry on their own, because before you paint them, you kind of want them to be a little crispy, a little. But again, I'm just dry brushing them so they don't have to be totally. Really do need to go ahead and glue these down, but I'll do it right after I let you guys go. I just wanted to show you the dry brushing. So I got a little chip brush here, okay, and this is really good for dry brushing. These are really soft. Let's see, did I leave the right paint out? I had one container of paint that was, yeah, I think this is good. That was all hardened up. Tell you one thing, this clay makes a mess. All right, so I'm just gonna use this right here. I don't know if y'all can see this. I think so. Okay, I'm just gonna put it right here. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna use my lid. You don't want much on. Okay. Just kind of a little bit like this. I'm even gonna offload that a little bit. I just kind of build it up. I start with a little bit and then build it up if you want more. And you know, with this paint, it's the same color, so if you get it on, but see how some of the clay, gotta be careful. But anyway, this is all I'm doing with the trees. And these have little red, not red, little balls. So you can always just kind of, you want a little more red on there. Love that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I hope y'all can see that. You may not can see that. Hey, Lorena. And a popsicle stick over it so that the parts that weren't the antlers would break off. Ah. Yeah, those little bitty, have you tried putting it in the freezer at all, maybe? With the clay, did you try that? Yeah, that was the first time I tried the deer head, so yeah, I'll probably go back to my resin for that. Can y'all see that? I don't even know if you can see it well. I'll pick it up. See how it's just dry brushed a little bit? I love that. In fact, you could just hold it if you wanted to. Like this. Well, it's actually easier. But see this spot right here? I don't know why the clay makes it, but it does. So be careful, be wary of that. There. And I'll, I'll probably just do the trunk the same way, but I'll do the, these the same way. I hope that was helpful, y'all. I don't want to take my glasses off, I can't see. Thank you. You tried hot glue? Yeah, I am not good with hot glue. The hot glue doesn't level well on top. So here's what we have so far. And like I said, I do want to add the deer heads, I think, right here. And maybe these little doohickeys. It's hard to tell when they're on the white sheet, but I think that little bit of red will look really good. See? Like right here. I just feel like a little bit of red would be something good. And then, yes, we could add the any glass glitter, sheer bliss on the rooftops there. Oh, I forgot to say, but I was gonna sorry y'all, I didn't mean to scream, but I was gonna add some of these trees up here, one or two up in here, because there's tree. Y'all see these, all these trees? So the if you have the mold, or if you can find one, there's little bitty trees too, like right here, that I could just slip up in there. I think that would be really cool. Okay, y'all, I think that's all for now. All right, I will try to I'm gonna go ahead actually and glue these down, and then I may hop back on here tomorrow and finish it. Okay, finish it with you all. All right, let's see. Off topic. After you were done, but did you? I did, Lorena. She found a dress. Yes, she said yes to a dress. And it's so pretty. She's so excited. She's so excited. Hey, Valeria, how are you? How are you? This is Fancy Farm Girl. It is the prettiest Christmas green, I think. And, of course, you know, the dark green is too, the Monet's Garden. But I like this one. It's a bright, kind of bright, just, you know, Christmassy green. So let me make sure I didn't, yeah, go watch the replay. Let's see, make sure. All right, you haven't tried the clay yet, Lorena. Okay, hey, Corey. Okay, I've already read that. Lorena has some in the freezer. Hey, Lydia. How goes it, Lydia? Shannon, I finally got Couture Copper Paint. Yay! You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Did you get metallic or did you get like the regular acrylic? Make sure, double check before buying the molds as well from eBay. People have duplicated them trying to make them look like the real deal. Ah, really? Have you seen one, Shannon, that they've made? Well, would it work? I mean, you don't have to have the real deal, but will it work? Will it be good enough? Hey, Beth, thank you. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I need to head to Michael's. I do. All right, ladies. Yeah, eBay's crazy because because they know people are looking for it. So, what I will do, I may seriously do what Betty is talking about. I could make up some and sell them. I wouldn't sell them for a lot. I could make some up, probably just the trees. I mean, that's all what really anybody wants, right? A set of trees, a foursome. All right, we'll see. I'll see how time consuming that is. All right, that's it. Oh, metallic. Oh, you're gonna love it, Shannon. You're gonna love it. I'm so excited for you. The size of the board. This board is, what size is this board? All right, let's see what size this board is. It is and it's just one my husband cut. So we go to Lowe's and buy that blonde whitewood. We haven't been in a long time, y'all. This was left over, and I know it's so expensive, and so that's why I just kind of turned this one over. 14 by 23. This is a 14 by 23. I'm not sure why I got him to cut this size. It may have been something left, or it may, I kind of went through some transfers at one time and said cut it to this size. But 14 by 23. But actually, it turned out great though, right? For this, it just fit right here. Turned out great. Yeah, I love this. Thank you. Oh, I need to do this. All right, I'm not gonna make you watch that.